Hello Eagle Nation, and welcome to this episode of Season 9 of W-EPS The Beak. I'm Andrea Hansen. On Monday, April 13th, the EPS halls were nearly empty. This was not due to our old friend COVID, any other types of illness, a school activity, or even truancy. 34 7 through 12 students were gone for honor days. Honor days are basically a free pass for students to take the day off. According to Principal Greg Wemhoff, the system rewards students in grades 7 through 12 for particular achievements.
Honor days are basically a way of rewarding students for hard work and doing well in classes. They can earn by honor roll, superior and all A honor rolls. Allows them to get half day honor days, and also they're given to them for some test scores. So if they do well in their NCAS scores or math testing, we award them honor days.
Although honor days have been a common practice for several years, this year marks a new change in the process.
Previously, kids could take honor days anytime they wanted to, but last year in handbook we put in that we're having specific days, 2 days per quarter, where they're just set aside for the use of honor days. Wemhoff
felt it was a necessary change, and he was pleased with the results after the inaugural year.
I like it the way it is right now because teachers can plan their classes around when those days are. Previously, it was really sporadic, and it was hard for teachers to continue teaching when kids were missing, and they didn't know when kids were going to be missing. So now at least they know the day for sure where there's a possibility of kids being missing. They can plan around that.
He also feels that the new protocol benefits both students and staff.
Well, I know for one thing it does benefit the staff because like I said, it allows them to plan their lesson plans around when those honor days are. For students, it's a little more challenging. Maybe not as convenient for them, but they can plan their appointments on those days. But I know that's a difficult thing to do. But overall, it just doesn't interrupt the flow of the school day and the school year as much.
EPS teachers also weighed in.
The old one.
I like the new way better. It's good to know when everybody's going to be gone, so it's not just random where, hey, these 3 students are gone, these 3 students are gone, now everyone's gone the same day, so everyone's prepared and everyone knows.
I've got mixed feelings. On the one hand, it is nice to know when students are going to be gone, especially at the end of the school year. On the other hand, there are times that kids probably have things that they could do on different dates that they can't go to, or they have to take a personal day because it's not their honor day.
Honestly, it doesn't really matter. I think it's kind of a 6 in one hand, half dozen in the other. You're going to run into benefits and problems no matter what kind of a system you have.
I think it's still the same because they all had sign-out sheets for last year and this year, so it's just different day.
Well, for the staff, we know when they're going to be gone, so we know on that day that we're probably not going to have very many students. For the students, I know a few went golfing during that honor day, and I'm sure some others hung out, so they're going on the same day, so they can kind of go out and do what they want.
On the one hand, for staff, it's definitely easier for planning because the teachers know that people are going to be gone and they can plan a work day, and we know that kids aren't going to be gone just whenever they want to. For students, if they know they're going to take an honor day on a specific day, they can maybe plan a special event, maybe as a group.
I think the biggest benefit to it, at least from a staff perspective, is exactly what days those kids can take honor days on. And I think from the student side, if you're paying attention to your calendar, it helps you to plan out things better as well, knowing, hey, this is the one day that I can use those honor days.
If they have an honor day, they're going to take it, and then they're all going to be gone.
Yes, we had majority of the school gone that day. But I'm not sure of many drawbacks.
I think that there might be events that people might want to go to, like on a Friday or on a Wednesday, that they can't go to because the honor day is specifically on a Monday.
One of the big drawbacks is having it on specific days So, for example, this last time we had an honor day, there was a lot of kids gone. A lot of kids, which makes it difficult for class to be consistent that day. And I think it's also disproportionately going to affect some kids. There are some kids, especially like on the junior high side, that if they are in athletics, because of how the calendar works and the scheduling, they either have to choose, do they use their honor days, or do they go to, you know, the event, whatever is scheduled for that day.
No.
I really don't.
I'm not sure. Maybe something like can't take it the last month of school or like right before vacation without prior consent. But it would be nice if they have 2 or 3 honor days that they could take them all at once.
Not really. Like I said earlier, I think you're going to run into good things about any decision you make with honor days, and there's always going to be some kind of drawbacks that you're going to run into.
Yes.
100% yes.
Tough question. It would be nice to say yes, but I don't know who would be the person deciding on who is doing the good performance and not.
Depends. Now, normally I would say no. And the reason I would say that is because we're getting paid to do our jobs, right? So job performance is just part of it. That's part of the reason why we're getting the paycheck. And it's hard to argue with our schedule the way it is anyway. You know, we have a set number of days that we work. There's plenty of days off where the kids are not in school and we're not in school. So I think, you know, as far as that goes, it just comes with the territory. It's part of the job.
And of course, EPS students had opinions as well.
I would describe them as you get to like a free day, so you don't need to come to school and you can just like be home and chillax.
I would describe honor days as days to basically get a break from school without counting against you for being attendance-wise.
They're basically a reward for being smart, and you get to have a day off for making honor roll.
I would explain an honor day as a day for smart kids to not come to school.
I think of an honor day as basically a day off of school for getting good grades and you don't get anything counted against you.
I would describe them as like personal days, like how a teacher has them, like if they're just feeling down or need a day off because they've been stressful lately. And so I would describe it.
It's a good way to get out of school.
I would say the new one, so you can be prepared.
I personally like the old one. I was around when it was popular. Having the any day to take off instead of just a Monday was a lot more, gave you a lot more freedom.
The old system.
I would prefer the old system just because I feel like you have a little more freedom, and it's a lot of mine are subject to like kind of the weather because I take them for work.
I prefer the old system. I like it a lot better.
Definitely the old one.
I'd have to say the old system because for me, I like to go to some of my brother's like wrestling meets or activities, and I would always take like an honor day for those or just go have fun with a friend when they don't have school. But now they're on certain Mondays, so those days are axed, and I basically just have to take a parent request day.
Yes, because I feel like we should be able to have our own days.
Oh yeah, there's quite a few drawbacks. Well, for me at least, one drawback is you gotta be responsible and you gotta do it a week in advance, and some people, they forget sometimes. So I feel like a drawback is you have to do a week advance and you can't just do it the next day.
As I just stated, the loss of freedom kind of took an impact. It's the one thing people liked is that they could take any day off. Like you're feeling bad on a Wednesday, going going to feel bad on a Wednesday, you could take that off instead of just the Monday.
Yeah, because when there's a scheduled honor day, the whole school's gone.
My only thing is, the only drawbacks I can think of is just being on Monday. I feel like Monday is just a really I don't know, I feel like it's not one of the better days to have an honor day on.
I think the only drawbacks would just be not being able to take them whenever you want. Sometimes I would use them for doctor's appointments, but now they're set and you don't get to choose. That freedom is taken away.
Yes, I didn't get to use all mine because there's only certain days you can take them.
I don't think there's a benefit.
Benefits. I feel like a benefit for the new one, other than the old one, is you can be prepared. Because the old one, you just be like, hey teach, I'm finna skedaddle tomorrow. But now, with the new one, you'd be like, okay, I'm gonna be taking off Monday, make sure I get my homework done, write in my journal, and tell all the teachers so they will all know.
It's a lot easier to keep it managed and organized.
Now I don't have to decide what day I want to take them, and I feel like the only good thing is now that everybody's basically gone on the same day. You don't really have a lot of homework to make up. In the past, if I'd take a day randomly throughout the year, I would have to have all my homework done because everybody else would still be at school. But now there's no work.
I don't see a lot of benefit.
I think having it on Monday, it'd give you more, a longer break, if you wanted it to. And also, Mondays aren't really for me, I'm not really doing much on Monday. I feel there's not much going on Mondays, so I feel like it'd be kind of nice. Not really too worried about homework.
Yes, I would like to change the days.
If they could find a way to keep it orderly and go back to the old way and have it on any day instead of just a Monday and only 2 Mondays out of any month, or even add more days instead of just the 2. That would be the only thing I would add.
I think something we should add to the honor day, it should be called the honor diz. So it's plural for days, but also day for just day instead of then day, so it's diz. Because I feel like the honor days, instead of 1 day, 2 days.
Not really, no.
To the new rule, no, not really. There's nothing we really can change, but if we could go back to the old rule, that'd be great.
No.
Not really, because I'm graduating.
Sleep in till maybe 12 o'clock. And then, I don't know, go work.
Pretty simple. For me, I don't really sleep in because, you wake up for the whole year at 6. And then you kind of get used to it. So I wake up at 6:30. I'm ready for the day. So I usually take my shower, brush my teeth, and just kind of call the friends up. And then, just be like, guys, let's play some games. And sometimes they're like, no. So then you kind of play games by yourself, and if you have stuff to do, you can experience new things.
Of the few that I have personally taken, usually I don't know, housework, yard work in general. Sometimes it's just a lazy day, and maybe, I don't know, I read a book.
Well, the last honor day that I took, I slept until about 10:30, and then I went to my friend's house, and we went to Norfolk, and we got food.
At work.
When I take honor days, I normally either do something with my family, or go somewhere if I need to go somewhere, or just with my friends, just going places like Norfolk or something like that.
Probably at work.
Thank you, Mr. Wemhoff, EPS staff, and students for taking the time to visit with us. And thank you for joining us for this episode of The Beak. Be sure to check out our newsletter, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and follow us on Instagram at W-EPS The Beak. On air, in print, in the know. I'm Andrea Hansen, I'm a senior, and I'm signing off.